还是先哈，我们这一周，嗯，从这个是周日晚上，周日晚上当时是给了2个 level，然后打到了这个 level 6037这个地方上去了哈，然后当时我记得 NQ 我就记得很清楚，因为当时我没有做 yes。I didn't do it here, the level I gave for NQ to go long. Now it's been up for 700 points, 600 points, more than more than 600 points. So if you went long on NQ, congratulations. And then Monday. Monday gave the level a draft. So I said, as long as 610, 6,000 holds, we'll go back to revisit all-time high. And that happened. And December 1st, 2 more level. And anyway, the whole week, our points are spot on. So that's all about profile, volume profile, and supply and demand zone. So it's really getting very challenging to give demand zone at this point. Um, it could get trapped very easily unless you have very tight stop loss. So yes, only 5 minutes still have a five like retested recent high, and then 15 minutes you see it really balanced profile. I wasn't here on Friday, so I don't know whether the tape was the distribution or was still buying. If you guys were in front of a computer, then you should know better than I did. So yes, 30 minutes, we should have a pullback. And I don't really know what could be the trigger. At this point, everything is going nuts. Um, so it would be 60, 70 area with the beginning of the wave four. Actually, we tested it 60 Friday, right? Friday, we tested the 60, 75. So we basically just revisit the lower part of this. But ideally, the new demand zone is like here, like below the monthly level, because 60, 63 was tested once, ideally below, somewhere like near, I don't know, 60, 54, 60, 50. That could be like first demand zone. But if you look like 60 minutes, um, could it go back all the way down? If you say this is W, go all the way down to here, 60, 40, also possible. But right now, dropping 30 points is even very challenging. So if we could drop to, I don't know, 60, 58, 60, 60, we could go long. But ideally, the stronger support is lower, like 60, 30, 60, 20, to 6, like really, if you look at the high POC, they two are very close. That tells me the chance to have a drop is possible. So Wednesday we have CPI, then like with bonds market, everybody being so scared about bond market, but bonds, since I called it high TNS 10 years yield, TMF has been going up nonstop. So could I have a rebalance, like big funds offload some SPY QQQ and instead load out more TLT? Possible, possible. So the only two reasons I can think of. Earlier I said you can't really be bearish because there is a $6 billion Mega 7 ticker buyback, stock buyback. And so Mega 7 literally went insane, right? We loaded tons of 415 call. The call went from $15 to 34, $35 or higher. Google too, they made a lot of bearish news. We loaded a lot of 170, 175 call. Now 175 call went up $10. That's almost in the money. Netflix, we went long here. My target was 924, but it went to 936. So this 1 week, if you followed and loaded any call, you should have done very well. Like Meta, after earning, we've been going long, right? And it's up 60, $70, more than 10% again. Amazon, we went long on the call here. There are like some bearish news, like anti whatever. Look where it had gone to, more than $30. That call 205 made us tons of money. Tesla, overnight is already 400. I just checked IB. We went long from here. We went long before the election. And we went long again when I remember I was at Arkansas. It dropped to 309 here, I guess here. And I loaded more. So now my target is like 374 is already gone. The two other targets, 400, 420. So now already 400 IB. So tomorrow morning, you may already see 420. So any ADSK done very well. ZS from here we loaded call and at least doubled it, at least 100% if not doubled. Anyway, so we still have a few trees are not working out yet. VRT still going, still have $15, $16. BRK.B still not working out daily, just start still basing target 490. This is a little bit more expensive than I would like to. CME is not worked out yet. It's hourly time frame. And we really don't have a sign of reversing yet. So if you want to go long, you need to watch this. Give us like reversal at least on 30 minutes. Stop dropping, make it have a little bit more, and then reversal, we go long. RTX is clearly basing here, so this hasn't worked out. I don't have target in here, probably 130 something. NVIDIA, 30 minutes, 147 target. So I might do this call next week for December, whatever the December 20th, 145, only $2.80. And ADSK, I give a new strike, 310 is $10. This ticker is new to us, but I do think it look good here. And the spread a little bit is sporadical, so I might not do this. I might do shares instead call. So SYM, I think it's almost ready here again. Last time the gap didn't really get 100% filled, but 100% filled would go to 36. So a lot of the tickers did really well. We still have McDonald's are not done. Adobe is really done well. Adobe gap filled. So almost 100%, not quite exactly, but the real gap fill is really 575. So if you went long, congratulations, that's almost 20%. Labu did really well too on Friday. I think we'll go higher from here. So SMCI, it got extension, and now pre-market is 49. Like on the IB, already 49. So if SMCI went above 51, then you could see 61. So that's where the bad news came in. If SMCI goes above 61, 144 is coming, the final target. That's why I was checking on the 150 call for January 2026. It's only $1.74. It's really worth it, to be honest, to gamble. That's like a year out. And if you buy 10 of them, $1,784, then the reward is amazing. So that the reward is so juicy, so it's really worth it, worth for the gamble. Okay, so I still have 10 contracts of SMCI. I reloaded more 60 strike. So those are the trees that I give, and you should know how we enter the tree, right? I always say, if you don't know, I would say shame on you, because I've been talking about this day in, day out, right? Day in, day out, in my planning channel, in swing channel, and you still ask me what the stop loss is. I feel I've been extremely nice to you guys. You should not be asking me what the stop loss is. Like if you enter here, stretch, your stop loss should be below it, right? You move up, stop loss, move up, stop loss. Okay, so that I gave a few new tickers. SMCI, QMCO, I think daily. This is a little bit riskier ticker that I don't suggest to hold through. I think daily is ready and the target is above 34. So the RR is very juicy, like 300%. So 30 minutes ready to enter too, right? You'll enter here, stop loss here. Like if you want to have a like lifetime stop loss would be 12.95, and the target will be somewhere 34, 35. SMCI, I think is ready as well. Look at daily. Daily contracts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They might have another one, make a higher low, and the target will be the high. OKLO, daily breakout, the MACD is about to cross over. But this kind of ticker, I really don't recommend holding overnight. You enter and then you manage with your stop loss. See Friday, beautiful entry, 20. You make it 10%. And FTAI, I went through the entire 2000 Russell, 2000 tickers today. It getting so, it's really hard to find good trees now. That's why I literally spent yesterday whole day, today whole day, and find that a few ticker. And to be honest, if I was not leading this Discord, I probably wouldn't do any more trades. Just hold whatever I have and gradually taking profit. And sometimes when you take like follow going, chasing the high, have FOMO, and you could get trapped. But the seasonality of this time of the year is so good. So, and the teacher we're doing is still doing wave 5. So this teacher, I don't believe the option is good. Let me see. I did check. If I didn't give option, that meaning it's not good. So yeah, this one is, look at the spread. If you spread more than 30 cents, 50 cents, you can't trade this. If you trade this, let's say you do 5 contracts, you are only losing $2,000. And then if you went down, the direction is wrong, we are wrong, and the market dropping more, good luck getting out of this. That's why a lot of times I don't even like to do SMTR. SMTR has very big spread. So anyway, so the tickers are all in swing channel. So you guys go check it out. I'm not going to go through each one of them because we are going to do the class. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think it's going to go from here, just retest, making stairs, right? Retest a breakout. It will be landing somewhere between the two right zone. Friday hit this target, probably gonna hit this, and I'm not sure Bitcoin before a year they're gonna make a new high. However, MicroStrategy, I'm still seeing upside 580. Rumors has it saying maybe included in Nasdaq. I'm not sure. I saw WDay being included in, and then APO. So don't they announce at the same time? They said supposedly to announce this week. December 13th is the day of rebalancing. So if really MSTR on coin my 352 target hit. I think during the day session it didn't hit it, but overnight didn't really quite hit it either. I thought it did. Anyways, basically 352 target is done. I think this is the high temporary for point, but if point is included in S&P or Nasdaq, it could go higher. So you can't really short it. You can go long. Treasury, there's nothing to talk here. I think if for CPI on Wednesday, meeting the expectations or lower than expectation, I think this will drop more. Otherwise, it may have a bounce. I don't know, retest somewhere here and before going lower. So we'll see. Gold hasn't done anything. So the dollar still on the like going to the 108. It's almost ready. So gold hasn't done much, just consolidating many days. Cover crude oil. I don't know. I keep questioning whether I don't know. Is it CLF25, right? Okay. I figured out what the problem is. I said, why it's not moving? That was 24, should be 25. Okay, now I understand why my crude oil chart is not moving. Okay, so it hasn't really done much. So there's really nothing to talk about. And if Trump keep drilling it, I think this will go lower. So anyway, okay, so everything new trades given in either my trade channel or swing channel. And you really should pull the chart and then see for yourself which one to follow, which one not to follow. Okay, so this is the numbers 20 times. I'm exaggerating, but it's almost like that, right? So after we have almost full year trading and following, talking about the same trading principle in the last two years, you should have a better understanding, right? You're like, okay, now and you have more confidence. Now let's go back to re-talk about this. And this, if some of you still not profitable, not green, this may give you a aha moment and say, oh my God. Okay. So when you guys came on board, I spent months with each one of you to do a one-on-one. I ask a lot of personal questions like your account size, your personality, and what's your goal, whether you're trading with your retirement account or your personal account. So if you're trading with retirement account, when I trade my retirement account, I'm a totally different Jade. I rarely do options. I rarely do anything beyond the tickers that not in the long-term portfolio channel. I mean, like ADSK, WD, those tickers, I had it, but I did not do any options, purely share. And so there was no margin, no whatsoever. I don't do SPX. I don't do NVX in my retirement account. So I'm very extremely conservative because I know that money I can't lose. I need to live on it when I retire. If for whatever reason I lost everything else. However, when I trade my personal account, I trade a lot of options and I trade shares too. I trade SPX, NVX, like everything. My risk tolerance is much higher. So if you're trading your retirement account and you know nothing about option, because clearly some of you have no knowledge about option. I know you're trading it, but you don't have knowledge. And I don't really recommend you to trade option. I have said this many times. For the ones keep asking me, Jade, are you still having it? Should I take stop loss? You really shouldn't be asking me this because I'm not your account manager. Let's talk about risk management. How did we talk about this? How many times, right? You have to have your own stop loss rule, meaning it's a rule every single trade, unless you have really high conviction on some trades, some tickers, and you're like, okay, I really like this ticker and I'm gonna give 2%. 2% your account, like if your account size is $20,000, 2%, that's $400. You manually, automatically shut it down. That meeting your stop loss rule. You don't come here to ask me, Jade, should I take stop loss? I should charge you 20,000 or how many percent per management fee? Because I'm not your account manager. You guys should understand that. And I'm saying this, it's not being mean. I'm saying this, you guys should have a rule. That's your core principle. Don't, don't be afraid to take stop loss. Stop loss is part of the trade. It just take it without any emotion. If you think you're wrong and your entry is already break below the pivot point that we keep talking about, quit changing the trend. By now, you follow me for 2 years. You should know how we define trend, curve, zone, right? So if the main pivot point is broken, you can give a couple of days for it to come back or not. Sometimes a bad they are bad, and they wanted to scare the weekends and then flash it and then come back down the next 2 days, that's fine. And I have done that. I have done like okay, it's really breaking below my stop loss. But I have a high conviction on this, like after doing multiple analysis, and I said, okay, I think it's fine. Like Tesla is one of them. I'm gonna hold on to it. I gave a couple more days. And that's when Tesla dropped to 306, we were still holding our call. And next day, Tesla immediately recovered. So in the next couple of days, if Tesla didn't recover, then I was like, okay, I need to think, prepare for cutting stop loss. So cutting stop, Jade is not your stop loss. You are the one responsible for your stop loss. And if you're trading with retirement accounts, I highly recommend you purely do the tickers in long-term portfolio and do shares. Okay, so this risk management, this is the single most important thing. I mean, by now you guys, I have seen like where Chai she's not here. She was holding 160 calls, no call for the entire 7 month red. She didn't find loss. I mean, she has stronger stomach than I am. Seriously. At the end, she comes out okay. But what if Snow didn't come out okay? Then she's gonna have a big loss. So that's why when you cut loss, stop loss, you should cut it early. Don't hope. I mean, you keep a day or two, give a week, okay. That's the most you gave it. Otherwise, the loss could become bigger. And so every weekend, what am I doing? I go through every sectors. I go through a lot of the at least top 10 ticker each sector to see which one is ready to go, right? That's the planning part. I spend the whole weekend plan for our trades. And I always give my trades. Usually that was Saturday night, right? When we did market recap. So Sunday, you should at least pull the chart out and see which one is ticker you think suit your personality. You get along with well, you had success with this ticker multiple times, and you want to do it again. Which one you said, oh no, I don't think I got along with that ticker. I used to hate Tesla. Every time I trade that ticker, it always go against me immediately. And so I'm like, I've been watching. Finally, I think he and I get along better. And Netflix is another ticker. Every single time I enter it, it drops before going up. And I think now he and I made amends too. Okay, so check what is bonds market doing, what's dollar doing, what is it policy could come, right? Econ data. And if econ data is good, what could go up? So last week we had unemployment. I said it's good. So what happened? Yield, Labu went back up, right? So what is dollar doing? Dollar up, commodity will be down, right? Uh, that's why dollar is not doing anything. Commodities are not doing anything. They're just sitting there. So market internals. So we also have a mega ticker. I mean, you could, and our new student B, I think she joined our Discord on October 31st. She spent 2 weeks in our Discord. I gave her a tour, and she said, "Let me stay a little bit longer." And so she said, "How come you talk about your ES level with such a confidence?" it feels like you just know it's gonna go there and then do something. And I said, look, why don't you join my Discord? So she paid for a year. On October 31st, she made over $200,000 already from my trades, from using my levels, because she's very focused. She has 5, 6 tickers. She does it and she walks like a hawk. You can do it too. Everybody can do it. Because I already told you what ticker, how to enter the trade, what stop loss, what target. I mean, what else you need to do? I already gave you my trades too. So anyways, so if market going up really big and you see the trend is going up like crazy, over 1.5, you know this rally is not gonna last. It's gonna have a drop soon. Anyway, so planning, trade your plan, right? We have a ticker and then manage your, like how many, including how many contract you should do. What happens, where should I take stop loss? And where do I take my first target profit? Where do I take my second? And where do I take my third? Don't ask Jade whether she still has a trade. Whether I have the trade has nothing to do with you because you don't know what my account situation is, and I don't know what your account situation is. It's you, purely you, managing your own account. Okay, do I sound mean? This has nothing to do with mean or not mean. I'm just telling you, you should have your own rule. Eventually, you keep enhancing it, following it, and you have your own trading system eventually. Otherwise, you can never stand on your own legs. Okay, so you go long. Why we have such success for doing all those calls? Because we know stock buyback every day, $6 billion, the market is going to go up. And that's why do we have 100% confidence? No, nothing. No trade has 100% confidence. But we do have high probability by using volume profile that gave us at least 70% confidence. And then we use supply zone, demand zone to back us up. And the trend, we have 90% winning probability. And that's why you see our swing channel, long-term portfolio channel, we have more than 90% the winning rate because that's by design, how we design our trade, right? That's the planning stage. We spend so much time to be picky. What ticker? A lot of the tickers I have seen more ticker. I was like, even a couple of tickers I gave today, because we never traded before, like RDNT. I don't remember we ever traded this. FTAI, we definitely haven't traded this. CWRE, I just ticker look very familiar, but so when a ticker we never traded, we don't know the personality well. Even for me, I would trade lights position size. I'll probably watch it more closely. So not every trade you should have equal. Not every trade are equal. Like when you traded Microsoft, I can do 50 contracts. Like Apple, I've done 100 contracts. 100 contract, $1 is only 10K, right? No, 100K. So that's like, but it become $8. We trade with a lot of confidence with a vague indicator with everything confirming that. So anyway, you only go long when the market is up. Otherwise, if the ticker you choose have a high correlation with market and the market is dropping and you're trying to go long, what's going to happen to your trees, right? But nowadays, this this recent environment is so bullish. That's why we could do it, right? Okay, so that's really, the trend curve. These things are not new, right? So how do we define curve and trend? I'm not gonna go there. So I do want to spend a couple minutes on the SMB sectors. So SMB sectors, I think UNH specifically, I know a lot of you like UNH. This ticker is also ready too, by the way. Where's UNH? I am planning to buy UNH shares. I know some of you already entered the call. So this line was drawn, I don't know, long ago. And it finally about to come down. I think so far I haven't seen sign of stopping. I mean, I have a little bit buyer step in this little tail from 433 to 548, 543. So the chance may be high. Daily, the drop just beginning. See that? So I think we may be able to see there the gap fill. Ideally, it may come back down 490. So if 490, the upside target is 648. Yeah, so you could come here, like start loading the first pass, like I don't know, whatever. If you get 50,000, you might want to load at 20 and then 30, totally 50,000. That's all I want to go through really. We should be treating lighter as stock market is going higher. Like if your regular position is 10 contracts, then you might want to do 5. Um, because it is so high market. So better safe than sorry. Really, I don't see any reason for market to drop. People just keep buying, but doesn't mean it doesn't drop. That always drop when you at least like the least expected. So the two zones I'm watching on ES are this 2 level. Ideally come below to this level. But I don't know. I'm like I have lower requests now. So ideally it will come back down here, but I don't know. So yes, levels doesn't mean you immediately enter when ES coming to these levels. You watch at least 15 minutes reversal, right? Okay, so let's take some questions. Do you guys have any questions? No question. Okay, Uber. I think Uber is a good ticker. I don't know where it is now. I haven't really looked at it. Um, I don't know where to here. There are so many things. Uber. I think Uber. Okay, so when you look at the trend, we always go long on uptrend, right? So how do you define trend? You define by 4 pivot points, right? So you have a low, higher low, high, higher high. Okay, wrong. Low, higher low, high, higher high. I was thinking low, higher low, higher high. But this low, we don't know is gonna be higher low or lower low. So high, low, low, higher low, high, higher high. So this clearly uptrend. And this part also, if you here is demand zone, right? This is drop base rally. So you have demand zone here. Okay. It doesn't mean you automatically go long. You watch it. You watch on 30 minutes. Here is a signal to go long, 65.22, and you get $2 almost. But you see here is clearly want to drop more. Could it make a W bottom? So you would want to watch for a couple days, but clearly on weekly, this I assume it's gonna make a higher low. So you want to watch it, and you want to watch on daily. Daily, okay. So this red candle drop, big red candle with huge volume, but next day it's a doji. You would naturally assume when you have this big red candle with such volume, next day it should continue dropping because it's another cell with, however, it didn't. It closed higher, opened higher. So that tells me the drop capitulation may be over. Okay, so this is day high, right? Day low. So if Monday open above 67.14, we have permission to go long, right? Go long, so where the target? Naturally, the target should be above this pivot high. I would say, okay, maybe 90, because the uptrend, I assume will continue until it does not. So I said, okay, weekly uptrends, I'm gonna, at demand zone, I'm going long. And for now, I've give target 88.50. You could take some profit at the high, 86, but probably gonna go to 90 to $100. Okay, that's Uber. Making sense, Alice? The way how I analyze the chart. That's why I keep encouraging people to attend market recap. You can see how I analyze the chart. If you don't see the process, just looking at the chart is much harder to understand. I think NKE is bottoming. Let's look at one. So if you can get above, ideally, you slightly broke below this trend line support. If you can, but daily you have so monthly, that's the breakout area. However, you tested this area once, and then the buyer stepped in really sharp. So naturally, I always look at this like this tail, and then I said buy at 50% of this tail. 50% without matter probably is here. So it's really good place. Reason really at the discount at this point to go long. And so weekly is already started. Golden cross. and had a weekly breakout. I think this is the W bottom. I think you can go long. You won't be too. Also Disney too. Disney has gone up so much. I remember you guys hated so much when it was here. Look, it went up at least 10-20% already too, right? So PLTR is so high already. I think it's already broke all-time high. So when things happen like this, I mean, you don't even know where to enter. There's no, the first demand zone is 70. Am I willing to buy PLTR 70? No, I don't think so. So, I mean, for me to be remotely interested in the sticker, it'll be somewhere near here. But they said it may be included in the NASDAQ. If that happens, I think it may already press in because we are usually the last one to know. So the first real support is 63, somewhere my zone, but below that is a big volume gap. I mean, there's really no strong support. PLTR, no strong support until here, 30 some dollars. So if market has a deeper pullback, can it retest 45? Very possible. So I think I'll wait at least below 40. Could we did it once, right? Our target, I don't remember, 35. That we went long from here and the 35. I don't remember exactly, but it's been going up so much too. It at monthly supply zone right now. Can it break out? Possible, but look at this long week. Let's look at it weekly. Weekly, if anything, I would be remotely interested, will be somewhere 28. Let's look at daily. Yeah, I mean, if anything, probably has to be below 30. I would be remotely interested. I mean, otherwise it can go to the moon. I couldn't care less. So on daily, you can see it may have a pullback to 36. 36, I think the support is okay. 36 is, but it's just tiny drop. For me to be interested has to be at least 32, 32.50 maybe. Let's see. I think at this point, you just have to wait for market to drop. It's just not cheap we don't have FOMO in our group. We don't trade FOMO. We only go long on pullbacks. I mean, I understand people make a strategy out of doing breakout, but they already broke out. There's nowhere to go. The only thing you have is the long-term, I don't know, bank holders. As soon as I think price come here, they will start selling, I assume. Anyway, that's all I have. And I will see you guys on Monday, tomorrow morning. All right, guys. Bye.